Episode 20, The Shadows of the Past. Alex's breathing grew ragged as he faced his shadowy double, the dagger in his grip feeling heavier than ever before. His own hollow-eyed reflection moved with eerie precision, mirroring his every action. The whispered voice returned, circling his mind like a coiling serpent. You hesitate. You doubt. The blade demands certainty. Are you worthy? Alex tightened his jaw, raising his weapon. I don't fight for pleasure. I fight to protect. The shadow smirked, lunging without hesitation. Their blades clashed, sending sparks through the darkened void. Each strike echoed in Alex's head, dredging up memories, each life he had harmed, each wound inflicted, each choice that had led him here. Outside the trial, the others stood frozen as the torches flickered violently. Noah clenched his fists, eyes darting to the unmoving form of Alex. We can't just stand here. What if he loses? If we interfere, we might make it worse, Jade reasoned, though her hands trembled. This is his trial. We have to trust him. Inside the vision, Alex felt his strength wane. The shadow grew faster, its movements sharpening as his own slowed. The weight of his past mistakes bore down on him. Accept them, a voice whispered, different from before. Softer. Familiar. Alex's grip faltered, and the shadow plunged forward, aiming straight for his heart. At the last second, Alex exhaled sharply and dropped his blade. The shadow's dagger stopped inches from his chest, its form flickering. I accept the past, Alex whispered. But it won't define me. The shadow wavered, then dissolved into mist. The darkness lifted, revealing the chamber once more. The pedestal's symbol pulsed, and Alex collapsed to his knees, gasping. The torches blazed back to life, illuminating the chamber once more. His friends rushed to him, relief washing over their faces. You did it, Sam breathed. You passed. Alex nodded, still catching his breath. He glanced at the remaining pedestals. 4 more to go. The voice echoed once more, smooth and unyielding. Who will face the next trial? The group exchanged uneasy glances. Guess it's my turn, Jade muttered, stepping forward toward the pedestal with the eye symbol. The trial had only just begun. End of episode 20. Episode 21, The Watcher's Gaze. Jade's fingers trembled as she reached for the pedestal, marked with an eye. A cold shiver ran down her spine when her fingertips brushed the stone. The room around her melted into a swirling void of shifting shadows and piercing lights. She stood in an endless corridor lined with mirrors. Each reflection showed her at different points in her life, her childhood self, the reckless teenager, the cautious warrior she had become. But something was wrong. In every reflection, her eyes were missing, replaced by swirling voids. A voice slithered through the air. What do you see when you look at yourself? Do you know who you truly are? Jade swallowed hard, stepping forward. I know who I am. I've fought for everything I have. I won't let my past haunt me. The mirrors shimmered, and one cracked. From within the fractured glass, a shadowy figure emerged, her own reflection, hollow-eyed and grinning wickedly. Then face yourself. The doppelganger lunged. Jade barely dodged as the figure's fingers stretched unnaturally, grasping at her. The corridor warped, mirrors shattering as she fought to stay on her feet. Outside the trial, Alex clenched his fists. This is worse than mine. She's facing herself, her deepest fears. Can she handle it? Riley whispered, worry etched into her features. Jade's strong, Noah said firmly. She'll make it. Inside, Jade clenched her fists. You're not me. The shadow smirked. Aren't I? I'm your doubt, your fear, your past mistakes. You can't run from me. Jade took a deep breath. Then I won't. I accept you. But you won't control me. Light burst from her chest, washing over the shadow. The reflection screeched before dissolving into mist. The corridor faded, and Jade found herself back in the chamber, gasping for air. The pedestal symbol glowed, signifying her success. The voice returned, calm yet firm. 2 trials completed. Who will step forward next? Riley exhaled sharply. Guess it's me. The trial was far from over. End of episode 21. Episode 22, The Trial of Fire. Riley hesitated as she stepped toward the pedestal adorned with the flame symbol. The air around it shimmered with heat, and the moment she laid a hand on it, a surge of fire engulfed her vision. She stood in a vast desert, the sun a merciless inferno above her. Flames roared along the horizon, shifting and forming monstrous shapes, figures from her past, the enemies she had faced, the battles she had fought. A deep voice echoed through the inferno. Fire consumes. Fire reveals. Are you strong enough to withstand its truth? Riley squared her shoulders. I don't fear the truth. Show me. The flames twisted, forming a burning version of herself, its eyes glowing embers, its hands wreathed in fire. The doppelganger sneered. You always act so strong. But you're afraid, aren't you? Afraid of being powerless? The heat intensified. Riley clenched her fists, sweat dripping down her face. I'm not afraid of power or weakness. I'm afraid of letting people down. But I won't let fear stop me. The fire was lunged, hurling a wave of flames. Riley dodged, rolling to the side as the ground scorched beneath her. She took a deep breath and ran straight through the fire, the heat searing her skin. With a final cry, she tackled the doppelganger, forcing herself to embrace the flames instead of fearing them. The fire flickered and died, leaving her standing alone. The desert faded, and she was back in the chamber. The pedestal glowed, signaling her victory. The unseen voice spoke again. 3 trials completed. 2 remain. Noah stepped forward, determination in his eyes. My turn. End of episode 22.